Well, hello folks. Welcome back to my channel and a brand new video. Okay, so what's this one about? Well, this one is in response to what I hear from Nathan Oakley and his little group of followers who get on his show regularly. So I'm talking about the Queen himself. That's Queen QE, boss of Flat Earth Knowledge. I'm talking about Sleeping Warrior and Arwijn, and of course Nathan Oakley himself. Alright, so these are the four that I'm talking about. Alright, so with no further ado, put on my bikie glove and let's get on with it. Oh, Arwijn, stop crying. It's not going to hurt that much. Okay. Well, I'm kidding. Except for Arwijn. He is a bit of a baby. A bit of a runt in this group. Every time he comes up with some new idea, they slap him down again. Well, it just goes to show they have their hierarchy as well. So, what's this video about? Well, this is going to be called Flathead Housekeeping. That's in response to their list of housekeeping that they have, where they describe various lack of evidence, if you like, for spherical Earth. And one of these is the radius, and that's what we're here to discuss today. So, let's have a look at the specific claim. They, meaning us, no longer have a geometric horizon. So, they, meaning us, no longer have a radius. That's their claim. So what they're saying is that because we see an apparent horizon, because we have an atmosphere, therefore we don't see the geometric horizon, therefore it doesn't exist. That's flat earth logic for you. Actually, it's a con. Nathan knows that he's deliberately using this false logic so that he can bamboozle his minions who are intellectually inept and unable to put this ruse together. So what Nathan has been able to do is convince his minions that if you can't see something, therefore it doesn't exist. What he's saying is that we can't see the geometric horizon, therefore we can't claim that it exists. We can't claim that there are two horizons. He's saying that we can only have one horizon. Well, you're wrong. Just because you can't see the bottom of a canal because it's too dirty or too dark doesn't mean that the bottom of the canal doesn't exist. Okay? You don't assume that the water goes on forever just because you can't see the bottom of the canal. Okay, so what constitutes a sphere? Well, first of all, at any point on the surface of the sphere, we can construct a tangent. And perpendicular to that tangent is the radius. The radius stretches from the surface of the sphere to the center of the sphere. And there's a relationship between the radius and the circumference. The radius is equal to the circumference divided by 2 pi. So how do we know what the circumference is? Well, it's been measured. And if you take that measurement of the circumference and you divide it by 2 pi, you get the radius. That works for any sphere. So, any observation that's far enough away will be of the geometric horizon. This tangent is the geometric horizon. So you can have both. You have the apparent horizon that you can see if you're looking at the distance over the water, you're looking through the atmosphere, and you have the geometric horizon, which you can't generally see unless you're far enough away from the Earth. And of course, we've had plenty of opportunity to see the geometric horizon because we have satellites that take photographs of the Earth every 10 minutes. Of course, what Mr. Oakley will say is that we presuppose what the Earth is, the shape of the Earth. Well, yes, because that's how models are made. You form a hypothesis that the Earth is a sphere. You have a look at all the evidence, like, for instance, boats going over the horizon, the sunrise, the sunset. No change to the angular size of the sun as it's doing this. All of these pieces of evidence come together for you to draw a conclusion that the Earth is spherical. And then you have an opportunity to test whether that's true or not. You have observation of the Earth. Again, as I said before, once we had the ability to put satellites into orbit, we could see what the Earth looked like. So that confirmed all of those things, and it confirmed the measurements. So whether or not Nathan and his minions believe that there's an outer space or a vacuum in space or not, it's still dishonest to claim that there's no such thing as rockets, or that rockets could not reach that high. How far you can get a rocket to go is simply a function of how much fuel you have on it. So why shouldn't a rocket get that high, whether you believe that it's a vacuum or not? So in conclusion, I've shown you that the argument that there is no R value or radius to the Earth is just a straw man argument. It's an argument to try and perpetuate this silly black swan thing, which was debunked in about 5 minutes. That's all it is. Most of the flat earthers will tell you that they don't have a model. Well, of course they don't have a model, because there's no single thing that they can put together, no group of things that they can put together that makes any kind of coherent model. Nothing actually works. Nothing can be used to make any kind of prediction. Everything that they put forward is useless. It has no value whatsoever. The whole argument is just nonsense. Okay, so for the next video in this series, we'll have a look at another one of those claims made by Nathan Oakley and his crew in the flathead housekeeping nonsense that they put forward. Okay, so I also want to make a video to celebrate the 1,000 subs that I've had recently, and hopefully we can have a bit of fun with that. So if you enjoyed my video, please press the subscribe button, press that little bell, and then you'll know when those videos are going to arrive. And also press the like or the dislike button depending on how you felt about this video. Well, have fun, take care, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.